Check.
Mic 2, mic 1, mic 2. Check 1, 2, 1, 2.
You start with the 2. I said, I don't know. I don't know if that's good enough. Happy Wednesday, my brother. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These last little things in order.
So I'm going to share this with a couple people. It always takes forever for me on IG. I'm just going. Shout out to anybody joining already. Just getting everything situated before we get started. All right, got that out. All right, let's see if still ain't up on the IG side for me. You know, IG for some reason I gotta go to the page to then join the live.
It don't pop up at the top.
It picks and choose when they want to do that on IG, man.
Oh, I see. You must have one of those other phones. Yeah.
So the way you're
So-
wrong is if I go on Senor Lee, I see it pop up. So yeah, it's not because of the phone. I don't know what's wrong with that. My account.
You got me.
All right.
Hey man, I hope you got your hoodie, bro. Quarter 4.
Yo,
Quarter 4 with a bang. I was bitching over the weekend. I was like, oh, it's so hot, yada yada yada. Son said, oh, word?
yeah,
Bounced on us today, man.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Yeah, man. You know, the brisk weather is here. I definitely saw a couple people, you know, talking about sweater weather now. So I see that for sure. Listen, man, that's just where we at right now, and you know what I mean, we'll figure it out along the way. We know it's that type of season.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Can't wait. Gotta blow the dust off these old sweaters now.
That's a fact.
See how many survive the family run. They just be like, oh, I'm running to the store. Grab them. And I never see it again, yeah. It's like, yeah.
Be like that. Be like that.
Darius started still in the clothes yet?
Nah. He's
up, man?
Funny. It's funny with him. He's not big on fashion like that. He's not. I don't know. I don't know. It might skip him.
I hope it skipped mine. They don't care neither. They just know Daddy's the only guy in the house with hoodies. So it's like, yeah, I'm just take it and go.
Well, so that's the thing. I always usually get him the same hoodies I got, so he ain't really gotta go through my stuff. Yeah.
You smart.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Shit, it's already like 8:18. You can get the proceedings proceeding this evening. Yeah, man, it's that time of the week. FCP Live Wednesdays. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, IG. We're still figuring out things on TikTok, but we'll get up there soon.
I think I figured out the TikTok thing. They let us slide the first. So we was good for like a good 2 months, right? I don't want to say we're banned from TikTok, but there is something that I believe we have done that it has upset corporate to a point we can't. I can't get it back. I can't go apologize to nobody. Say, yo, whatever we did, we just messing around. I don't think it was a curse or nothing like that. I know I'll be having cups. They don't like you drinking online. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Whatever it was, I rubbed whoever the wrong way, pause, and they are no longer. So I'm gonna keep resubmitting these requests. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, they accept us, but I have to go to like a Cage of Freedom or some shit like that to get back on TikTok. They're not messing with us no more.
All right.
I'm gonna work that. I'm gonna work out those logistics real soon. Real soon.
So it'll be interesting to see if they let us go live, like directly on TikTok instead of like
Right.
trying to do it from here. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We finagled the bagel long enough, though.
I mean, we're not here. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Oh, there go Tanya. Tanya, I'm gonna apologize. My return speed on IG messages is it's not good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, she sent me something mad funny. It was like 3 weeks ago. I saw it early. I said, "Oh shit!" Ha! And I was like, "Damn, this was a while ago." I just want to apologize, Tanya. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Should be having some funny ones too, but I'm working on it, man.
All right. All right. All right, yeah, man. So like I was saying, man, FCP Live Wednesdays. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitch, and IG. We are here every Wednesday after 8. I had to update the whole flyer, you know what I mean? Just to let everybody know it's a Wednesday night type of thing.
You know what I mean?
But I am Senor Lee, and this is my man Ken Kapnick.
Outside with the hoodie now.
All right. Yes, sir. And every every Wednesday night we are here, man, talking about what's going on in the world, major topics, events, things going on in our lives as fathers, black men, professionals in this world. And we like to have fun on here, but most of all, we always start out the show. How you doing, my brother?
Doing good, man. Fall is here. Quarter four has begun. My seat still exists at the job, so that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? But hey, tomorrow's another day. It's just day one, man. If they're waiting on day two, they got me. You know, you know what I'm saying? But everything was all right. Weekend was kind of sad for me, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, football as far as NFL, we'll get to the good stuff. You know, they're like a good 4 weeks in, some wins, some losses. But this weekend, I had a couple of run-ins with some football games that I wasn't too happy about, man. All of them in Port Richmond. They had a game this Saturday. Seen a couple of friends. I was like, "Yo, they got a game." I was like, "Who they playing?" They playing Curtis. Like Curtis. Oh shoot! I mean, that's you know, I mean, that's baby school now. You know what I'm saying? They was the outs for me in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? For other reasons, like we just couldn't beat them back then. But you know, I'm like, you know what? Hey, Port Richmond got a championship like 10 years ago. You know, hopefully the tides have turned. My brother, some things don't change. Unfortunately, we got there and it was like 28-zip at halftime. I was just like, God damn, I can't even talk. I can't even talk shit to my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But that was that one. So my high school, they lost. Sunday, you know, Kennedy, she had second game of the flag football season, nice and young. They got shellacked up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was like 30.
I cannot hear you.
Can't hear me at all? Oh, shit. Yeah. All right. Still? All right, buddy. It's kind of hard if I had this conversation. You can't hear me.
I hear you now.
Because so I keep talking. Like, hopefully, somebody in the comments can say something. But quick recap: I went to the high school game. They lost. I went to flag football with Kennedy. They lost. And then, like, listen, Lamar's my man. Like, I don't got a favorite team, but he's my favorite player. Tom Brady left. Lamar's my guy. He's out with a hammy now. They lost again to KC. I'm just like 0 for 3 on a football tip this weekend. But
yeah.
Outside of that, the weather was beautiful over the weekend. Did you get to step out? You did anything this weekend?
Let's see. Friday we had the salsa social. That was cool. Saturday we went to a wedding. So yes, we did really get to enjoy the weather upstate.
Nice.
And then Sunday relaxing, man. So yeah, I did.
That's what's up, man. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. But weddings are always a beautiful thing because you get to see some people you might know. A lot of people you probably don't know, depending on how close you are to the bride and groom. But were you there on behalf of the groom side or the bride side?
More on the bride side, but you know,
Okay.
we've gotten to know the groom over the years, man. Really good dude. Definitely gonna give him a shout out as we move to the next segment, man. But
That's what's up.
yeah,
That's
it
what's up.
was a cool weekend.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, outside of that, bro, middle of the week vibes already. Can't complain. Can't complain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So as we swing over to awareness and acknowledgement segment, first and foremost, big shout out to Shayna and Jean Claude tying the knot this weekend, man. Shayna, you looked amazing. Jean Claude was sharp. Amazing ceremony at the Mansour, somewhere out in Katona, New
Sound
York.
pricey. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Like let me tell you, like where the actual ceremony was, we didn't know it was outside until we actually got there. So
Okay.
me and Shay looking at each other, I'm like, thank God this is pretty decent weather. Because if it
Yeah.
would have been in some humid joint, I don't know how I would have survived, man. I was suited and booted, man.
Yeah.
I was dressed to impress, but that tie
It,
was like
it was right there.
right there, brother.
So I wasn't even drinking too fast, like just in case. I want to pop a button. It's like-
I had all thoughts of being in the AC for this event or some sort of cool venue, but it was
Mm.
still good outside, decent temperature. Of course, when you're out in nature, nature go nature. So, it's a beautiful ceremony. They're there saying their vows and everything. But then stuff is like, making noises off to the sound, off to the side. So everybody in the crowd, like they're trying to enjoy the ceremony, but they looking behind each other like, why it sound like we in Jumanji, my nigga? Like,
Listen, I'd rather animal sounds than you see somebody in the far court. Like, y'all think that brother's running from the cops? Like, you don't want none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd much rather local animal sounds. I don't want no. Oh,
that's
you
what I'm
got
about to
bears? You
say,
got
bro.
bears out here? Nah, you don't want none of that.
That's what I'm saying. Cause we was in the sticks, my dude. Like I prefer
Mm,
the dude running from the cops because I know what to do when I see somebody running from the cops. I
uh-huh.
don't know what to do if I see Yogi pop out from over them trees, man. Like
Yeah.
I've never been in that situation. I've never left my wife in a situation where she's felt unsafe. That might be the first one. I'm not sure. I don't want to find out.
Damn.
I don't want to find out, bro.
You put your woman and children out the way if Yogi come through.
Listen, somebody got to live to tell the cops where
Somebody,
the body's
somebody got
at.
to tell. Somebody got to tell the tale. Like people, that's a very forgotten part of these the mayhem stories. Someone has to survive this in order to tell everybody else what happened.
You see the
Um,
vision? Like
I
somebody has
respect
to
it.
make it to the state trooper to tell them where to find all the dead bodies at. Because otherwise, nobody's gonna find all these
Nobody's
people.
gonna find it, and nobody wanted the detective detect them for that long. All right, well
Yeah,
played, well played, well played.
absolutely.
So,
Um,
Mrs. Lee, if you're ever in the woods, just bring your running shoes. All right, just bring.
absolutely, absolutely. She already knows. She was pissed off. She
Mm,
didn't start with her flats and then migrate to the
mm.
heels because it was outside. So the cool thing that they did is they had an art installation after the ceremony. What we
Dope.
didn't know is that it was gonna be even more impactful at night because the bride posted pictures after, and at night it looked amazing. But in the daytime, you really couldn't enjoy it as much. But this trail was like woods. So you got
Mm.
all these ladies out here. Some of them were prepared for that trail, some of them weren't. They were wearing their heels. So my poor lady, you know what I mean? She had to do all kinds of leg work that she did not prepare for.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And
whoa! You didn't pull the gentleman maneuver. Like I got you, baby. Just pick her up and walk through the trail. Nah.
so you see, I'm all for women empowerment, right? When a woman
Mm.
you see where I'm going with it? You know what I'm saying? When a woman wants to
Equal
take
rights. Equal rights.
she wanted to show her power. So I was like, go ahead, baby, walk in your power. The problem is that power led to, a stick going up her foot and all kinds of injuries. But at the
Okay.
end of the day, she made it through, man. You know
Hey,
what I'm
the
saying?
people know you're not skipping leg day as a unit. That's what's up. That's all that matters.
Seriously,
That's all
seriously.
that matters.
There's only two women that can really, really talk about walking through struggle. There's Harriet Tubman and there's my wife now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like they,
Okay.
they literally walk
Sure.
through struggle.
Top two, not two. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah. But shout out to Nirvana. My wife had one of those dresses with a trail. So while she was holding on to me so she wouldn't fall to the floor, Nirvana was holding her dress so it wouldn't just drag against,
Shout out to
the
Nirvana.
ground.
Hey man,
Yeah, man.
it takes a village. It takes a village.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what's
man,
up.
for real. But yeah, we finally made it over to where the cocktail hour was. And it was this nice, beautiful outside setting. They had a bar there. And we were there for a minute, just catching up, talking, shooting the breeze. Then we walked into the venue where the actual reception dinner was beautiful, like the
Nice.
art that was there. They had this little library section and everything.
Mhm.
So it was actually really, really cool.
You can see me, you went black, my brother. And I'm not talking
Oh,
about like suntan
everything
black.
is going wrong today. What the hell?
It's all good. It's all good. We'll
All
be
right,
back.
give me a second. Give me a
You can
second.
still hear me though. Question for you. I always do ask this when people do go to weddings, like that one point where the pastor, preacher, rabbi, whomever it may be, when they ask the whole if there's anyone that has any disagreement or any quarrel as to why these two should get married, what our heads on the swivel? Was anybody looking around? Was it calm at that moment? My brother gone. He not even there.
Yeah, give me
Mrs. Lee,
2 seconds.
Mrs. Lee, let me know.
Get this shit
Chef
out.
Cheryl, let me know. Let me know. We got technical difficulties in BK today, but we'll be back. We'll be right back. They didn't ask that. That's the crux of the ceremony part. You got to make sure everybody's on board with this, because God forbid there's one person in the back going, "I got a problem." Oh, the whole room got a problem because we spent good money to be here today. You know what I'm saying? But happy it went off without a hitch. Happy it went off without a hitch. I do got a question for when Sean comes back. I believe he said the groom's name was John Claude, as in Van Damme. Gangster. Gangster. Okay.
Yeah. Now, Jean Claude, he cool dude, man. Cool dude.
That's what's up.
All
That's
right,
what's up.
I'm back. I'm back. I think everything is okay now, guys. I think everything's okay.
We'll figure it out.
But what was the question?
Chef Cheryl helped me out. I was asking during the ceremony part if the preacher, pastor, rabbi, whomever it may be, they asked the most important question: Does anyone object or have any quarrels to these two, joining in wedlock? You know what I'm saying? The heads at the venue is usually on a quick swivel, but it's a quick swivel. Nobody ever stands up and says anything. But you gotta ask. You gotta make sure, because it's. I need to go to that wedding one day when somebody in the back goes, I do have a comment. You know, man. I can't wait for that wedding I'm at, because I'm gonna be like, oh man, this is the wedding I've been waiting on. But
Anything about that part, they were giving out drinks, and one of the drinks was like a hibiscus limeade. It actually wasn't that bad.
hibiscus. I don't even know
So
what that is. Hibiscus.
yes, it
Okay,
was
go ahead.
hibiscus
I'll look it
limeade.
up later. I'll
Now,
look it up later.
when I got to drink it, I started like getting that cough feeling, and when you just start coughing for no reason, you're like, oh great, this is gonna be one of those
It's mad
30
quiet.
seconds of
It's
just
mad
trying to
quiet,
get
right?
by, just coughing and shit. So now I'm looking at Shay. I'm like, you know what? It'd be crazy if this shit come back when they say that part, because I listen, like there's no objection at all. But
Don't be the guy coughing right now.
if I
Oh,
start coughing a little bit right before they say that line,
yeah.
then all of a sudden everybody gonna turn and look at me, and now I'm the guy that
Facts.
you
Yeah.
know,
You don't even want nobody breathing on that question too heavy.
big
You know
fact,
what I'm saying?
big
Yeah.
facts, big facts.
All right. All
But
right.
all in all, man, congrats to Shayna and Jean Claude. Hell of a wedding. Shout out to the family, man. A great time. Have fun dancing, all that good stuff, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Awesome.
Um, all right, so we got some birthdays coming up, bro. Why don't you kick us off?
Yo, man. Mom Dukes, big sis. She's celebrating tomorrow. You ain't hear from me, but she said she's gonna be in AC. You know what I mean?
I
Making
heard.
it, making it hot for the weekend. I told her,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna send her 20 on the cash and say, yo, put it on black too, man. Just
on black.
come if you come back, damn. If you don't, hey man, cash up that bet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Christina as well. Ramel's side got a birthday coming up 2 days after that. Early October is packed, bro.
Yes,
Packed,
sir.
packed.
Yes, sir. Got my homegirl, Chef Cheryl. I think she's still in the building with us tonight. Shout out to Chef Cheryl.
Another
Her
10 4.
birthday's Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Her birthday's coming up October 4th. And then Angie, another good friend of mine is on 10/6, man. So shout out to the whole fam. Everybody celebrating a birthday. Love y'all dearly. Love your souls. I hope God continues to bless y'all with everything y'all want and y'all need. More health, more blessings, and more money. You know what I'm
Show.
saying?
Oh, show. Another lap. Another lap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, Also, it is Workforce Development Month. I did not know
I was just about to ask you, what's that mean, Senor Lee?
that. I really did not know that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to everybody on the Libra gang. in the chat. I see High Life in the building. What's going on? Only
High
Mrs.
life.
Lee, Tanya. Appreciate all y'all. SKL in the building. What's up? What's up? I can't see everybody on IG, so if I don't say your name, forgive me. IG is not nothing's letting me be great today, y'all. Technology got me feeling like Neo in the Matrix, but it's all good. We're still gonna have a good show. Anyway, it is apparently Workforce Development Month, so it definitely highlights and promotes any initiatives, any organizations, any groups that are centralized and focused on promoting development of those who are trying to get into the workforce, no matter what the industry is. And it's
So,
coincidental because last night my VP is actually at an event in Becker's. Becker's Healthcare is probably one of the biggest healthcare enterprise articles out there. They do a lot of webinars and conferences. So I got to be the guest speaker at LaGuardia Community College CUNY Healthcare Finance and Operations Training Program graduates for cohort 14. Yes,
damn,
you got
that's
to
a
say
mouthful.
all of
That's a mouthful.
that.
That's what's up. Get it out. Get it out, brother. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So the graduation was for cohort 14. It was the largest in the decade long history of the program, which boasts a job placement rate of nearly 90%. Um, the graduation follows a recent milestone announcement of more than 81,000 New Yorkers connected to good paying jobs and more than 250,000 New Yorkers served through small business services 18 Workforce One career centers. Now, my health system has had a partnership with this program, I want to say, for at least the last 5 to 6 years. We've seen some tremendous talent come out of this program. So it's been great to be a part of it. We actually get to do a job shadowing, train them for interviews. We also do like this grand presentation as far as, what our health system is about. They get to ask us questions. They get like a 15-minute presentation, pretty much soup to nuts of revenue cycle. And it's a really intense program. So it also has partnerships with Weill Cornell, Harvard Business School Club of New York Skill Gaps Project. And one of the graduates actually spoke about how when he graduated from his cohort, he actually came to our healthcare system and he's already transferring the credits that he learned from that program within LaGuardia to go after his associate's degree. Now, the key thing about this is that it really emphasizes on people who are probably just parents, homemakers, have a certain level of education that are looking to take a different step or form a career. So it enables them, no matter what they're doing, to have a pathway into the program. It's tuition free, but there is some sort of criteria to get into the program. So if you or anyone you know is interested, you can visit laguardia.edu / healthcare finance. So you can learn more from there. I'll find a way to put that in the actual promotion once we clip this up later. But it's a great program, good people, great facilitators. And listen, I know Cheryl knows a couple of the people that came out of that LaGuardia program. They've been great within our health system and they continue to thrive, man.
What's up, man? That's what's up. Gotta get the word out. Gotta get the word out.
Yes,
That's what's
sir.
up.
Yes, sir. All
Um,
right. If you're on IG, Kenny just put it in the chat. We'll probably put it in all the other platforms at some point later.
yeah, do that right now real fast. But over in politics, man, thanks. Listen, Florida is down south is already one of them states where, listen, you just assume everybody got something in the trunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like pop the trunk. I'm going to the trunk. You know, what I mean, it's common literature. If shit goes south fast during conversation. But Florida has a new rule. Are you familiar with what's going on down there?
I heard, man. I heard, but I'll let you go into the details, brother.
Like, um, listen. As you know, Texas they're already an open carry state. Arizona similar, but Florida has joined the masses as far as becoming an open carry state. On the 25th, they found a court ruling that was struck down earlier. They are now making open carry firearms initially as an unconstitutional thing. Switched over. Gun owners who now legally possess a firearm, they can walk into Walmart with it now, bro. They could just Yeah, this is the AK. Yeah, banana clip. Like, yo, fam, to get just picking up bananas, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's. I don't know if I want to be in like next to Walt Disney with that. With that, you know what I mean? Like, I hope they got rules and regulations. Let the metal detectors detect metal, and if they do
Yeah.
detect metal, let you know, like, hey, man, I know it's an open carry state. We got a lot of kids on the premises. We don't need that here, bro. You understand that, right? Can you leave that in the trunk? Like, I just hope there's no issues when people, are told no, you can't come in with that right now. If that's okay, I don't want no beef, but please put it back. Like,
I
what's your
agree.
thoughts on this one, man?
No, I agree. I mean, hey, man, I think the whole gun laws conversation is a whole different topic. Hey, listen, I know that this was something that was, I believe, in the courts for a while as far as the significant restrictions and the ban. Um, listen, to me, it's about safety. I definitely wouldn't want to be at Sesame Place and see somebody walking around with a Uzi around it, strapped around their body.
You
I
feel
just
me?
don't feel like that's the place for it. Um, this is different territory for me, and I'm curious as to how people in Florida are feeling about this. Maybe I'll tap in with some of our family out there, see if they've
Mhm.
encountered anybody just, kind of shopping for grapes with the Glock on the side.
That's the thing.
Um,
I just don't want to be at
yeah,
church. I don't want to be at church and look to my left mid prayer like, oh, that bulge
yeah,
is okay. Like, it's a house of God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is I don't know. But they have prohibited and being carried in certain places. Police stations, courthouses, schools, private property owners can still ban guns on their property if they want to. But I don't know, man. Listen, it was always easy to obtain one there anyway. You know what I mean? Because they do sell it kind of outright. If you got an ID, you can get it. But I don't think I don't think an open carry language ever really needs to be like spoken about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, hey, you want to own one, protect your house, protect your door. I understand that. All for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be a key food shop, right? You know what I'm saying? Just regular places. You don't need that with you at all times. But
yeah,
I don't know. To each his own, man. To each his own.
yeah. It's a sticky situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you you see these situations where someone carrying a gun and it's just horrifying. It's tragic. Then there's situations where they're like, well, what if one of the innocent bystanders had one too? Then maybe not that many people get killed. Like there's so many ways you could go with this conversation. That's why a lot of times I'm just kind of like, let us pray because we really don't know where this is gonna go. But
It's a fact. It's a fact.
yeah, man.
But keeping the politics coming back up to 95. Your boy Nino, man, um, dropped out the NYC race, man. And listen, I can't say we didn't see this coming. We saw this
Mm-hmm.
coming, but he made it official this past week. I know he might have had a job in the back pocket from his boy Trump that was mentioned, rumored a few months ago. I don't know if that's still a thing, but he has officially dropped out the race here in the city. What are your thoughts on this? Did you think it would happen? Did you think he was going to stick it out?
You know what? I respect it. I respect it. You know what I mean? You go out on your own terms. Go out on your own terms. Um, you ask you ask Nino how his term was. He'll tell you he did probably the best any New York mayor ever did. And he gonna stand on that. He gonna end up in the. He's gonna still be in the hookah spot. He gonna still be well connected
Facts.
within New York. And now he can be even further intertwined of the inner workings that is New York. This may make him more powerful. It's interesting because a
Right?
guy like him who's navigated the New York streets as a cop and then now as one of the highest officials other than governor in New York and
Mhm.
senator. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what he does with that now. He doesn't have the same eyes on him anymore. He doesn't have the same responsibilities anymore.
True,
I
true.
think that makes him even more dangerous.
That's, homeowners just want to know where they can send these receipts to get refunds back on these trash cans you made niggas buy. Because
Yeah.
like, that's all we got. That's all we need to know, bro.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool, bro. I'm happy you got the job. You didn't get the job. You didn't want the job. That's what's up, bro. Who's reimbursing me on this trash?
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what is it before the end of this year or next year? Everybody got out of that shit.
I think they got to like the 1st of December, some shit like that, like some wild
Yo,
shit. Bro. I'm like, yo, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, but listen,
yeah,
Nino gonna do what Nino do. I'm not that I'm
yes.
surprised, but listen, it's part of the game for him. I am curious to know, the mayors, are they privy to any like security detail beyond working like presidents are, or is that just like a presidential thing? I am curious to know about that. But yeah, I don't want Nino walking around with security. He already parked where he wants to. He gonna be out. He gonna be a wild boy at the hookah spot with security outside. Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, and no NYC mayor tag on his back. He really gonna be. I mean,
Okay.
I'd slap
All
somebody if I
right.
need to, but we'll see.
Yeah. So all right, we gotta do a little bit more research, but it looks like they may get some limited security. I mean, they may get continued security for a limited duration, but it all depends.
Shit, him being the
Uh,
ex cap, he might have an open carry on his own person. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Mr. Adams, man. Would not put it past.
that's a fact, man. That's a fact. All right, man. So I don't know if anybody else is having this same experience, but what better platform to bring it to than here?
Talk
I
about it.
feel like the human attention span continues to diminish because I know it's definitely limited now because of social media and just overall demands of life. But I feel like it's diminishing even more because now it's to the point where people don't even fully read everything that you send them. And
Hmm.
this is something that I saw as far as a quote where it says, your greatest weapon is your mindset. Train it to see opportunities instead of obstacles. And
Hmm.
I bring that to the forefront because I feel like whenever we present in whatever job function that we do or whatever's going on in life, it all depends on how we look at it. How what do we allow our emotions to feel within that time frame?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if you've ever opened an email and you were already pissed off, 9 times out of 10, if it's from somebody that you're not a fan of, you're not even looking at the good part of what they sent you. You're looking at,
Nope.
oh, I'm ready to cook. I'm ready to
Yep.
cook. What
Yep.
are they
You be like,
bothering me with now?
you know what I mean? About to get man gangsta on his keyboard. Um,
Yeah,
I think with this, it really depends on how important it is to you, right? Or how much interest you have in it, like you're kind of saying. Because listen, like if you're the boss, like you got to read every email. You shouldn't be letting email slide that you can't just scan through. That's when you get something from the boss. Is like, fam, did you not read the reply from such and such? Because they specifically said what they needed, and it looks like
hmm
you're not answering that, my man. And like I can't chime in because now I'm gonna be like, now it's a gray area. It's like, yo, you can't overstep what he did. He said, and what he said was blatantly wrong. And you know what I mean? Some people need to understand their position, how important it is to them, especially if it's like a corporate kind of situation. But even with shit, reading messages and shit, like I ain't gonna lie, if it hit like it's like if it's a swipe, if it's like a message, I'm like, yo, I might scan these for like vowels. Like, yo, let me just get the big words out of here. Like, boom, 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 boom. Cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reply. Like, you know what I mean? But it really depends on if it's important to you. But like, if you're reading a book, though, hey, you usually locked in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something you want to read. It's something you're interested in. But if you're studying for something that you may not be too super interested in, bruh, it's hard to stay up. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? You may not, what I mean, keep your interest in it to keep reading or whatever you got to read. But yeah, the attention span these days, shit, listen, we got lucky. The internet came after we kind of developed these obstacles. You know what I'm saying? Like, where we was able to kind of train ourselves in what we need to do. But for the kids, our kids coming up, bro,
hmm
attention span like this, man. Yo, and hey, I got to bring this here, man. I'm failing as a music lover. I'm failing as a parent, my brother. Failing as a parent. I'm failing, bro. Big fail, bro. I asked
Oh, I
my
wasn't
oldest.
was not
Oh,
done
my
with.
bad. We got more. My bad. My bad. I was moving on too fast. But
Yeah.
quick sidebar before you get to the crux of this. I asked my oldest, like, I asked, I forgot who the artist was, but hey, did you hear such and such's album? She's like, album? I was like, yeah, like the body of work. She's like, no. I'm like, no. I'm like, I thought that was your favorite artist. She's like, oh, it is. It's like, I'm like, baby, have you ever heard the album in its entirety? She's like from start to finish. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
She's
different
like,
world.
she's like, nah. I'm like, I'm like, hold on, sidebar, baby. You never heard like Take Care in its entirety? You know what I'm saying? She's like, she's like, I probably know every song, but I don't think I've ever like, with the track one press play and let it finish. She's like, no, I've never done that. I'm like, ever? No, I. But yeah,
Yeah.
brother, I'm sorry. Just a quick sidebar, man. I'm feeling as a parent. I got to do better. But talk to
Hey,
me.
listen, no. I don't think you're failing, but I'll get into that as we transition. So yeah, but your greatest weapon is your mindset. So think of it like this, right? So let's use the example of not being interested in something because that's one of the best things we can focus on, right? Um, I think on one of these shows I talked about when they first did this diversity assessment for me, and it was really just random questions about, what would you do if you were in this scenario, or you got invited to this event? What do you think of when you hear of, Native American versus indigenous peoples and things of that nature? And then once they got all the answers, they sit you down with this person and they kind of sit there and they kind of tell you, you know what, you tend to really go with stuff that you're always interested in, but you shy away from the stuff that you're not interested in. And to your point, yeah, who wouldn't do that? And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, that's fine, but that's going to leave you in a real fixed state. And I'm like, but what if I like this fixed state? Like this fixed state to me
it's my
is
it's my
awesome.
groove. Yeah, it's my groove.
Yeah, it's my tribe. And it's like you limit your experience and how you can get out there and network and grow and expand your own personal brand if you tend to always be interested in the same things. Case in point, if I never delve into a country song and I'm at a networking event and they're playing country the entire time, and then the best way for me to go and connect with a group is to just go and dance and go sing a song, but I don't know it, therefore I'm just kind of sitting away from the crowd, probably eventually leave. But if I know the song, it allows me to at least get out on the floor, be amongst the people, and now the people feel like, all right, he's not all closed off, he's not all over there, he's in here, he's singing something, he's part of our community right now.
Okay.
Now it allows me to engage in conversation because it's like, I love this song. And it's like, me too. And, now we're talking to each other. And now we're like, where are you from? I'm from this organization. Yeah, I'm from there. And then next thing you know, this person can be probably giving me the job that I've always wanted. It really happens that simple when you just kind of take a little bit of time to introduce something that you're not normally into your life because you can have that conversation. Another thing may be learning something about a different culture. You may know something about a different culture and be able to have a conversation with someone from that culture, and then now be privy to a lot of the stuff that this person may be a real estate guru, but you didn't know that. They just showed up presenting in whatever belief that they have, and you thought, oh, that's just such and such. We have to look at the opportunities that look like obstacles and really transform them into something that could work for us. So a lot of times that email that you get that pisses you off in the morning, right? Or whenever you get it, it's all about how we receive that email, how we prepare our minds for every day to be the best people that we can be, because how we respond on that email, we don't know where that email can go. Trust me,
That's fine.
I'm a victim of it, right? We don't
Yeah.
know where that email can go. It's digital, guys. It can go anywhere. It can go to your boss. It can go to the head boss. It can go anywhere. You know what I mean? So I just want everybody to just really, really program themselves. Take the time to acknowledge that this is probably a really ridiculous email because sometimes it really be like that. You know
It'd
what
be
I
like
mean? I
that.
know it can be.
It'd be like
Right?
that.
Before you respond, just remember that this obstacle may become an opportunity, right? To teach someone. And not everybody learns. I get it. It's probably the same person you're responding to every other day about the same thing.
Yep.
But there's somebody that's going to notice your composure, your consistency, and
Yep.
how you present that professionalism every single time, that could lead you to your next opportunity.
Mm. That's awesome. That's perfect. That's perfect. But I tell you this though, my drafts folder, they got some heat in there, boy. I got to type out my aggression. You know what I'm saying? After I reread, like, yeah, this is aggressive. Let me just shelf this. Let me give him the real. Let me kill him with kindness. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to come right back and retype that whole thought you had just a little differently. But yeah, my drafts was
Yeah,
fire. Can't say no.
LOX first album. I get it.
Word, word, word.
I get
That's a
it. I
fact.
get it. Yeah, man. But speaking of words, man, it's been very, very interesting on the internet lately with two of hip hop's biggest female artists. I think it's
Uh,
fair to say.
I think we could call them the leading ladies of hip hop to some capacity. I think Nicki dropped earlier this year. Cardi dropped past week. As expected, she got the number one on Billboard. A lot of units being sold. I think she's officially double platinum already. We're not gonna see how the old sales went, but they have had this ongoing feud with each other. I think since the Met Gala situation. I think a shoe was thrown at that point in time. I don't think it connected, but it was thrown. Security has come. But like you said, the social media war that they have been having the last like 48 hours or so got a little testy, bro. Have you been caught up on the tea, as the kids say?
I know, right?
Hmm.
Allegedly, right? Allegedly, this was sparked by X or a tweet from Nicki Minaj critiquing the promotion of Cardi's new project and potentially restructuring one of her songs for a diss. The two then proceeded to exchange personal insults back and forth. Some of it was comical, some of it was really below the belt. And I think it really, really got dirty when the kids got involved. I'm not going to highlight who said what. You guys can go scour the internet
Nikki's
for
bugging y'all, just for the record.
you guys can scour
Hmm.
the internet for whatever it is that is still out there. But yeah, man, the kids are officially involved, and that's when I stopped paying attention because you know I don't care how it started. I just feel like I'm old school. I don't think the kids should be involved.
Kids should never get involved, especially in something that it should be able to get resolved via conversation these days. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You're both rich, you're both successful, both got beautiful families. Just squash that shit. You make more money together than apart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if Jay and Nas can move on from whatever that was, great.
Bro.
But you know what I mean? But hey, you gotta understand. This might just be our 50 Ja Rule version of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where like they'll never be between like, you know what I'm saying? And hey, and that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm always whenever I see your back, I'm gonna kick it in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's just where they are. They will be there for some time. It would have to be, I think, a life-changing event for one of them in order to apologize or just take a back seat just to suck it up. Pause. I don't know. I don't know.
I
It
was
could it could be
just
the fuel to their fire.
I was just talking to Shay about that, and I use that same analogy. And she, of course, she didn't really have much background on the Jay and Nas situation, so I had to play Ether and Super Ugly for her to kind of set the tone. And I said, if they can get past that, I would think that these two ladies can get past this as well. Now, literally a week after making that statement, here we are. I
Here we
was
are.
like,
Here we
oh,
are, man. It's not easy. Not easy being a queen of rap, man. It's a fidgety
yeah.
hat. It's a fidgety hat. I mean, it jumps thrones frequently. It looks like, but hey, due to must of it all, Nicki announced a new album coming out next March. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a response slash rebuttal slash something on there going at Cardi. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? It might just be some more sound effects, for the promo run. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the insults are just diabolical.
What's what
You
still
know,
has me stuck is we don't see Katy Perry beefing with Taylor Swift.
nah, never will. Never will.
Like, we don't see stuff like that. We don't see Lady Gaga going at Sarah Carpenter. Like,
Never will.
I'm
Never
trying to
will.
understand if we are so vocal about wanting to have equity as a people, why is it that we just can't get past the nonsense when you're both well off and good? Like, people cannot like each other and be rich. I get it. Money doesn't absolve you of your regular human behavior, but I still just I can't connect the dots on this one.
I'm just blaming on New York City energy, and you can't get rid of it when you get rich. It's just something that's in you.
They do that
You
shit down
can't.
south, bro. They do that shit
Um.
down.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, Jeezy. Yo, listen, Jeezy and Gucci got over it. He killed his partner. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. At least down south, they come to some sort of table at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They never gonna see how to eye sound like ever, like
Listen,
ever type shit. Like,
listen,
I
Nikki
don't
Cardi, I need that song. I knew the world needs that collaboration, man. You know what I mean? I think ladies everywhere would thrive for that tour. That tour would be epic.
I
You
think
know
you'll
what
get
I
a
mean?
tour before a song. Just because
Either
Nikki
way,
has put her foot down on, yo, I write all my rap. She like just the fact that she's so strong in that statement. And hey, don't get me wrong, Cardi has, she she has draked a couple of songs. It happens. Like, it don't take away from her artistry. You know what I'm saying? Someone still has to deliver it, someone still has to sell the package, and she does that well. But Nikki is always gonna stand on a yo, my pen, just me, in the booth, nobody else, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, you might get a tour before you get a collab though. That's funny.
Nikki and Cardi, man, make the song happen, man. Make the song happen. This is gonna go too far for what? For what? And that's my wish for them too. Man.
Like
Just
they're
figure it out.
never going to not see each other without having security anyway. Like it's always going to be a safe environment. So
I hear
all of
you.
this,
I hear you loud and clear. I
I don't
hear
know.
you. I'm just talking about my personal one. I hear you loud and clear.
I mean, is hip hop really hip hop without some beef in the
All right.
background?
Where we at now?
Oh, I got one. Keeping it entertainment real quick.
But that's
Huh?
sad. That's sad. Isn't that a little sad?
Well,
It's not hip hop without a little beef in the background.
yeah, you need it.
No, you don't. No, you
Yes, you
don't.
do.
You don't need
Yes, you
you
do.
don't need beef in the background for hip hop, man. That's
You
disgust.
need. You
That's
need it.
terrible. That's terrible. That's a
You,
terrible way to
you
look
need.
at hip hop.
You need a splash of it in the background. I'm not saying paint the whole picture with it, but it needs to be present somewhere
Why?
in this because it's hip hop. Grew up in the
That's not an
streets.
answer,
It
bro.
was it was
That's not
erected in
an
the
answer.
streets. It was erected from a place that has feuds. It's weird. It sucks.
It
It's
was
turmoil.
it was erupted from telling stories about things that were
My life
happening.
experiences, a lot of life experiences that we gravitated to, probably weren't the best experiences, but they were told in an artistic fashion over a dope beat, and the visuals usually synced up with it. We liked it that way. Like I'm a fan of it. I'm a big fan of dope rap. I'm a big. I don't know. I never sold drugs in my life. Big fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't. You need a little turmoil. I need a little turmoil in my hip hop. I need it. Not necessary, but I need it. What's the comments? Tina says storytelling. Only Mrs. Lee is sad. He's a grown ass woman. Don't understand how these ladies let each other get so far under each other's skin that without disrespect, kids and fams. True. Very unneeded, very unwarranted, and we would go in a peaceful society without it. But now that it's here, we can't dismiss it. You know what I mean?
We want better. That's all. I
Yes,
think we want better.
absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
want
We
better.
definitely want that. We definitely want that. But when you don't get it, what do you do?
You listen to something else. You start listening to Afro beats. You start listening to other music, and that's what's taking over the airwaves now. All that I want to kill you, all that drill shit, watching kids get killed in the street.
Yeah, we don't
It's
want
gone. The beef thing has gone in a terrible direction now. So when you see it now, that's
that.
what I think hurts, especially for me. You know what I mean? It really hurts.
I hear you. I hear you. Keeping it entertainment for a second before we get to the big news. Neo had a week. He sat down with Joe and Jada earlier this week. Discussed the whole polygamy thing, 4 wives, 4 girlfriends.
Uh-oh.
They, yo, quick sidebar. Like, listen, man,
Yes, please.
the level of satisfaction you have to distribute. Oh man, brother got to be tired, man. No, like you know what I mean. Listen, to each his own. You know what I'm saying. If you got the stamina for the situation and the wherewithal to keep everybody happy, it sounds like it's a good marriage. But that's a lot of personalities to juggle, man. Especially under one roof.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, in another life, could you adapt to this kind of lifestyle?
You know, I'm convinced it looks good, but I personally, I ain't got the composure for that because
Mm.
I know every day ain't what he shows us. I got a
What if it
feeling
is? What if it is?
I, if it is, even if it is, I couldn't do it for the point that you laid out perfectly. That whole having to be at 100%, like, oh, that's a lot of work, bro. That's a lot of work.
The only way it makes sense to me is like, all right, boom, check it. Hey, you got kids, you got nieces, you got nephews. Hey, you love them all with all your heart. Is it wrong for me to spread this love in other ways?
Oh, that's a terrible comparison.
Oh, come on, man. If you don't have like granted, you're not gonna let this fly. Come on, man. It's the FCP, baby. It's the FCP. You gotta let some shit go through. Like just how you got multiple kids, you love all your kids equally. You might have a fave, but no one will ever know. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh man, I don't know, dude.
just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, but it's a possibility. Another thing Nia was in the news for this week, man. He was right after the show. He must have went to Japan, doing what Neo do, and he's throwing dudes off the roof, like not the roof, but mid show. He's doing his thing. Dude just steps up to the mic. Yeah, yeah. He just smushed him out the way and just kept it going. Security wrapped him up real fast, washed him up off the side, but I just want to give a quick appreciation to Nia. Listen, you're dealing with shit on stage, you're dealing with shit off stage, keeping the cowboy hat on, man. Salute, man. From the FCP, from us to you, man. Keep it going. Keep it going, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Had to put them paws on them. I got you.
Put them paws on him.
Oh yeah. All right, all right. Listen, man. Big announcement was made over the last couple days. Nueva York, Bad Bunny is going to be performing at the Super Bowl for halftime. How you feeling, Kenny?
So I'm not here to step on nobody's parade. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Bad Bunny. Shouts to Bad Bunny. The
Oh, I know
Latino,
where you're going already. Go ahead, man.
the Latino community. It's going to be a beautiful thing. He's bringing a lot of people together. He brought millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to Puerto Rico this past 2 weeks. Had an awesome Amazon show in the country in the city down there. But hey, listen, man, the Super Bowl parties this year are going to be off the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you usually don't get a lot of females at the parties, you know, for other reasons, unless it's like, you know, the Beyoncés or the Rihanna's performing. Bad Bunny's there. There might be a lot more females at the Super Bowl party this year. And that's cool. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Me, personally, not a Spanish speaker. So it's going to be some disconnect as far as, you know, me being able to enjoy the show to its fullest capacity. But listen, good music is still good music. And I am a fan of Bad Bunny. Granted, I may not understand what he's saying without me reading a sidebar in English, translating in real time, but he knows how to deliver good music. But this will be a very fluid kind of show. Take that as you want. And I just hope everybody's ready for it. I don't know what your boy going to do. Every time I see him, he don't look like what he looked like the last time I saw him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't know what he's going to deliver on that stage. But it will be a show to see. I guarantee that.
So, best I could tell everybody, man, brush up on your Española. They got the new
Mhm.
AirPods out there that do the translation for y'all. Y'all might want to
Real
grab
time,
those real
real
quick.
time.
But listen, this is this is amazing. I love it for so many reasons. He's a great performer. His music is phenomenal. Um, Everything about his new album and his tour had a meaning behind it, behind the history of Puerto Rico, behind the history of a lot of Puerto Rico's most influential people. And it's the Super Bowl next year is going to be in Santa Clara, California.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, I mean, you want to talk about the hub of Latin culture? You're going to Cali, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're
I
lucky this shit
mean,
in Miami. It would have been off the chain. Like,
Miami, that close to Puerto Rico, it would have been a zoo. They would have
you
had
know
to. They
what
would
I'm
have had to build a path train somehow between Puerto Rico and Miami if it was that close. Um, it's gonna
Listen,
be dope.
listen.
It's gonna be dope.
And so there's a lot of mixed reviews out there, similar to what Kenny's talking about. There are some people who are very concerned about the language barrier. To them, I say this: if you're just as concerned about the language barriers when patients come into the healthcare system or when patients come into an organization when they really need help, then you will make the world a better place. Take the energy that you're worried about with the language gap for this Super Bowl and put it towards where people really need help, but they can't get the help because there's a language barrier.
Yeah, no,
Otherwise, watch something else during halftime, guys. It's not gonna kill you. Come back when the halftime show is over. This is what most people want.
yeah,
This, you know what I mean? Like
no,
whether you want to admit it or not, more people are happy than are sad and that are out there complaining.
absolutely,
So I
absolutely.
hope you guys feel better. I don't know what else to tell you.
One more thing I am nervous about though, like Bad Bunny did stand on the fact that he was no longer doing shows in the States just due to the government and how ICE is moving around, and he doesn't
Yeah,
want to put any of his fans in any sort of turmoil with uh, authority or any sort of figures like that.
correct, correct.
My question is, who wins the NFL versus the government on the day of the Super Bowl conversation? Because I, I just don't see ICE posted out front of the Super Bowl like slowing anything down,
Mm,
but that don't mean they're not a block away though. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. I don't know about that perimeter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no one's gonna snatch Bad Bunny off the stage. You know what I'm saying? That's not a point. You know what I mean? But he has a crew, he has a team, he has everybody else with him, and they move as a unit. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope everybody comes and goes at their free will. Everybody gets home safe that day. If you got to go
mhm.
party, enjoy yourself, watch a six. You know what I'm saying? But I really just hope it doesn't turn into some other sort of theatrics where government is involved in a weird way and they fuck up the mood and the environment for everybody there. Because that's not what they're there for. They're there to have a good time, hopefully watch a very good football game in between the show, and and see Bad Bunny do what he does. But if he could bring a slice of what he did in Puerto Rico the past week to the Super Bowl, I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Hmm. Absolutely. But looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to who he brings out with him. Hopefully he gives a bit of a spell for some of the people who are concerned about it just being straight Spanish, but he may not. So
I
prepare
don't think he is.
yourself.
I don't think he is. I think he's
Prepare
gonna.
yourself.
I'm gonna start brushing up on my Spanish tomorrow, just to catch a few more words than I already know that day. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna be full Espanol, and hey, either like it or love it that day.
Yeah, I plan on being surrounded by Dominicans and Puerto Ricans because you know what I'm saying, just in case, you know what I mean, it's a slang word on the Dominican side.
I'm gonna need real time translations
If the Puerto Rican side, I go this way. So
for
it's
sure,
all good, man. Just
for
one big
sure,
party. That's it.
for sure.
All right, man. Oh, you got one more on Bad Bunny.
Oh no, just a quick thought on just working off of the Amazon show that he did in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
yeah, it's gonna be a spectacle, nonetheless. I don't know. I can't wait to see it because I think he's gonna ruffle some feathers. And he's gonna do it purposely. So I'm curious to see what he does because he does have a lot of government undertones in his music. I'm just curious to see how he presents that on this stage.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're gonna shift over to a show that I recently started watching called Doc. It's actually 2 seasons in. I only got to catch the first season, but it's really cool, man. It is starring Molly Parker as Dr. Amy Larson. You'll probably remember Molly Parker from what is it, House of Cards. She had a decent role under there. She's Dr. Amy Larson, and after a car accident, she suffers a brain injury and loses the last 8 years of her memory. So she pretty much is back in the hospital where she works, just going through all of this memories that she lost. Some of the people she had real like relationships with, she doesn't remember them at all. And then you can imagine, right? 8 years ago, you could have probably been in some real beneficial situation that now you are no longer in. So you got to realize that that's not the situation anymore. But it takes you down the journey of her just going through all of these memories, trying to regain her strength as far as being a doctor. Really like this show. I got to complete season one. Going to start working on season two at any moment. But yeah, man, this is another good one for the watch list.
I'm not gonna lie. The new Doctor shows, like, I'm always curious to see how they can spin the whole Doctor thing. Because like between from House all the way down to most recent, like the Pit, it's always a new wrinkle on something that you thought you knew about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm and a doctor to lose the last, eight almost a decade of her memory and still try to function in the field that is ever evolving. And I know this from you because I know you're not a doctor, but you are one here at FCP. So you know what I mean. It's going to be interesting to see how she kind of maneuvers through most recent updates in the medical world versus what she used to know. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I will add this to the watch list, my good man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So as we shift over to our FCP Sports Corner, the Major League Baseball playoffs are underway. Condolences to my Mets, man. We're still figuring things out, but the Yankees are in, and they got a dub tonight, bro.
Yo, we needed that because last night, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I do watch in October when it's a Yankee game. That's the only time I do. That's the only time you're gonna catch me in any sort of MLB postseason, anything. Um, but listen, this is why I tune in. Like I said, Mets get an honorable mention for being our crosstown brothers, so to speak. Can't call them rivals right now because we won't be able to see each other in a series. But this is why the hunt for October is what it is. I'm happy hey, we took care of business last night. We would have been saying it'd been a Boston Tea Party in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we got one more to go get. Hopefully, go get that out there, and we'll see how we're going. But there was one nasty, nasty thing. Listen, like I said, I don't watch baseball all year. I'll be watching in October. But I saw something last night. It rubbed me the wrong way, bro. The NBA, you see, they are superimposing the logos on the court, and I'm cool with that. It is what it is. I get it. It's a business. WNBA, I ain't gonna lie, the sponsor is bigger than the damn jersey name. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Get your coin. What I seen last night in baseball, bro. Ninth inning, bottom of the ninth. We trying to steal this win. I saw a Capital One logo just stuck on the mound. I'm like, yo, did they paint that on there? I'm like, oh, I know they didn't paint that on there, right? Like, but then I was like, wait a minute, I don't think that was in the eighth inning. Like, I think it was like a Chase logo in the eighth inning. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, this is nasty, man. Like, I don't need this on, not on the mound, bro. It looks so nasty, the placement and all that. I'm like, yeah, advertisers, man, they're gonna keep finding a way to put their name in the forefront. But I don't need to see it at the bottom of the pitcher's feet, bro. That was disgusting. Disgusting.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, New York is New York, so definitely, man. Hoping the Yankees pull it out. Pause. All right, so speaking of nasty stuff that happened in sports this week, well, over the last couple of days, Nafisa Collier, we're calling this section "Leadership Comes with a Fee." Nafisa Collier pretty much sat down and sounded off on WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, pretty much highlighting the lack of accountability in her leadership. The WNBA is currently going through their collective bargaining agreement talks, and the buzzword Nafisa highlighted is sustainability. And she questions how the officials within the WNBA are questioning the sustainability of the product on the court when there is no accountability for the leadership. Nafisa says how they're trying to use fines to silence the players' voices. And then she goes into a detailed account of her convo with WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert during the unrivaled season. She asked her, what is the league looking to do about the continuous inconsistencies of refs' calls during games? And she claims allegedly that Kathy says only losers complain about the refs. Um, Nafisa then goes on to talk to her about why Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Paige Beckers are being paid so little, yet they're driving the mass revenue that's coming into the sport right now. She allegedly says that Kathy responds saying, Caitlin should be grateful for what she makes off the court. There's an alleged amount, but I'm not going to say it because I don't know if that's true. It could be more. Because if it wasn't for the WNBA platform, she wouldn't make anything. Now, I got to credit, there's a couple people that already spoke about this, but I think I love the way Cam put it. And like, if anybody watches, it is what it is. Cameron talked about what we actually talked about a while ago, which is, remember, Ice Cube was going to give her $5 million to come join the Big Three. Mm-hmm. And then let's not talk about the mega Nike deal that she got. Mm-hmm. Like, Cam cooked her on this one, right? Then, once again, the FISA references that Kathy says how WNBA players should be thanking her on their knees for the media rights deal that led to the increase in revenue and exposure. Nafisa pretty much closes out her statement with, this is the worst leadership in the world, and she's not afraid of anything. As you can see in the picture, she's not ducking the smoke. Somebody needs to be held accountable.
I think she's been sitting on this Aaliyah 4-page letter in her back pocket since the CBA meeting went to Array. She's just waiting for the exit interview. I know she wishes this was after a championship win. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it came at a point where, she had an injury. She can't play game 5. They lost a close one. We'll get in the next segment. But she's been sitting on this 4-page letter for a little bit. I know she probably been rehearsing this in the mirror for about a good 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Because she was wild. Like, and another thing. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it was accountability was a big thing. But listen, I love the speech, love the points that were made. I do feel like she was like dry snitching a little bit, because I know the commissioners probably spoke with her in extreme private, thinking like, hey, I'm talking with one of the leaders of the league who might understand business as much as I do, not on the same level as I do as being a commish, but understands the checks and balances with how things are. There is a pyramid kind of scheme going as far as the new crop coming in, bringing in the eyes. But if you gave all the money to the new crop, like, what's the veteran crop that paved the way for them supposed to be getting? You know what I'm saying? So you only can cut a pie so many ways. And it felt like the commissioner thought her and the FISA was like, I know you guys want more money. We want to give you more money, but we got to work out the logistics. And hoping she was really more on her side, but she ain't know the FISA had a wire on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was going, put all the smoke up on the exit interview. But shouts to her, man. She really stood on business. I don't know if this helps or hurts the players going forward. I know it's great to bring this to the forefront. Hey, wearing the shirts, pay us what we owe at the All-Star game. I get it. I respect it. But I think they're at a point where they can no longer kill them with kindness. So now they got to put more Timberland boot to neck. But I don't know if you can thug your way to more corporate dollars. I don't know if it works that way in this situation. But listen, I need to know how the fines work when you're out the season. Because like I said, I know she was holding on to this letter. She knew she had some heat. Like this was her takeover. This was the takeover. Like, hey, Ether was hard, but takeover also came out. This was her takeover. So I don't know the repercussions to this. Like, it might take her whole first month away when the WNBA season come back around. Like, yo, you thought we forgot? You thought we forgot? we remember their speech. Like we got it in 4K. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if there's going to be any fine for this postseason for her. But I did see the post game of Asia when they asked her about it after they won. She's like, "Hey, what you think?" She's like, "Hey, Visa say it, we say it." I'm like, "Ooh, that's my MVP, baby. That's my MVP right there." You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy the league is standing with her in solidarity, and I really hope it works the way they want it to work. But who I haven't heard from, who I've been hoping to hear from? Caitlin. Say something. Not say so. I've seen the shirt. It was cool. You ain't been on the court. You kind of left the WNBA in that regard the last 2 months or so. I think it's time to say so. Where's your interview at?
Yeah,
I need her to step up.
yeah. I think at this point it's a no comment for her. Something's got to be in you. If it's not in you, then if it's not in her, then she shouldn't say anything, because we don't want to put pressure on her to do anything but be her and play basketball. If that's what's bringing the people, if that's why people are watching, just go and play, Caitlin. If it's not in you to say something in these moments, that's be you. That's it. Nafisa's being her, right? Asia's been her. Anybody who's spoken out, Natasha Clouds of the world, they're being them. So I think Nafisa is gonna be that person that's willing to, go out on her shield. Like at this point, for someone of Nafisa's caliber, like being probably one top five, not even probably, is top five in the WNBA, just made Jordan athlete, like accomplished, to speak out like this. Something going on behind the scenes that we have no idea about.
None. Zero.
Set her off. And what you make great points, right? Will this help? Will this hurt? I think at some times, if you've been involved in a advocacy for
hostile takeover
for so long, when you've been involved in an advocacy for something for so long, you just feel like you need to use your platform at some point and just really let it be known what's happening, and walk away knowing that it may not happen next year, 5 years, but at some point something's going to shake up, because now more people will see Nafisa do it. Every person who has a voice in the league that they asked, what do you think about what she said? They sided with her. So at some point, sponsors who really believe in this thing going somewhere are gonna sit down with Kathy at some point, right? Like Kathy, to me, I don't know Kathy's resume as far as what she's done for the WNBA. That's for somebody else with more expertise to bring to the table. But who negotiated the media rights deal? If it was her, then she got them there, right?
Yeah.
If that was in collaboration with somebody else, then I don't know.
I'm happy Nafisa's on board. Happy Asia's on board. Do you think we need? They can't shut up and dribble, man. She gotta say something. She gotta say something. A page, somebody. I need somebody from that side of the fence too. Somebody gotta say something. It can't just be us. Getting it can't just be us doing the complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we need one of y'all, just one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on this side and say that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So like, she can see a fake mirror version of what's happening with your voice through something. Like, they can't be the only ones, getting their shit off. In this sense, because it's not just them that's the face of the league. There are many faces. You know what I'm saying? But you can't keep hearing. If you keep hearing it from the same 4 or 5 people, just sound like it's a small group of complaints. Like, you know what I'm saying? Versus like, the whole floor being in the uproar. You know what I mean? So Caitlin can't shut up and dribble, man. She gotta say something. Or if not, we're gonna get Paige. Somebody gotta one of y'all gotta say something quick. Paige like, chill. I'm trying to get my Nike shoe too, y'all. I ain't saying shit.
Here's the funny thing though. Paige had her moment in college. Like, I believe at the ESPYs, she gave her speech around equity around basketball for women's basketball. So Paige got it. Paige is just she's following the hierarchy, which is smart, right? You let your OG set the tone, and then you kind of sit back. I think it's good for them to see how things move from here forward, because now they're about to get ready for this unrivaled season. This sets the tone now for something else to build if Kathy Engelbert or the WNBA don't figure something out. Now, this also presents an opportunity for anybody else who has capital and wants to expand on, let's say, Unrivaled or something else and challenge the WNBA. That I know is a wild shot in the dark, but if it's a leadership regime change that they're asking for, and so many people have just invested billions, if not, millions, if not billions of dollars.
New teams on the way.
Listen, if you are the only one that gotta go, guess what? There's a room right now of people talking, and they talking about you. You know what I mean? That's it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh man, but moving on, man. As you mentioned earlier, Nafisa couldn't play in Game 5, injury that looks like it's going to keep her out for a while. So now the Phoenix Mercury, one rightfully so. I think even if Nafisa played, it was still going to be in Phoenix's favor. They just came into the playoffs ready to go. They found their synergy, and they advanced to the finals to play against Asia Wilson and the Aces, back at the top, ready to, reclaim their championship. I got to say, shout out to these ladies, because the way this season started, nobody, and I mean nobody, thought they would see the Aces make it to the finals, but they went on that 14-15 win hot streak, and it just really, really started running things, but they ran into the Fever, and man, listen, the Fever,
They had a man. Listen, they had opportunities too, and they showed up with a broken ship. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they had them on the brink though. They was there. They put them in the OT Game 5. Mm-hmm. I'm not. Hey, they have nothing. They have nothing bad to hang their hat on. They did better than they did last year. They didn't have two of their star players with them. Listen, next year they're gonna be hungrier. You know what I'm saying? But shit, Asia had 30, so you got to sit down. See y'all next year. Till then.
The amount of trash talk that Sydney Colson would have had for the Aces if the Fever won last night.
Oh man, that would have been nasty.
It would have been elite level trash talk. Like, if you don't know who Sydney Colson is, go look her up. She's probably one of the funniest female sports people out there. She is hilarious, and she used to be on the Aces for a while. She left them in the off season to join the Fever. And when I tell you, you are absolutely right. They have nothing to be ashamed of. But man, I was here. I was here for the trash talk. If the Fever won last night, Sydney Colson would have laid into all of these
in
a friendly fashion.
One by one. She could have just pointed them all out, one by one, friendly. And they were friendly,
but
they was ready. They was ready to talk that shit too.
Yeah, man.
Ready.
So now, finals, Aces, Mercury, man. This is a good one. I really like this matchup. I really do. I believe now this is a best of
7.
Best of 7. Best of 7. It's any team's series. I'll be honest with you. It's any team's series. The Aces have history with each other, of course, with the addition of Jewel Lloyd. But then, the Phoenix Mercury, man, with Alyssa Thomas, Sabu, like, yo,
they got a squad.
Yo, man.
If you had to do a quick prediction, so who you got?
I gotta go with Asia, just because this is just one of those championships. This is like when Steph Curry got that MVP championship. Okay. There was a lot of questions around, can they do it again? Do they still have it? And I think this is that season for the Aces. And for Asia, this is her Steph Curry moment. Even though she's won MVP before, this is her year to kind of just be like, yeah, y'all counted me out. Y'all thought I couldn't get another one. But yeah, I'm riding with the Aces on this one. But trust me, I see what's on the other side with Alyssa Thomas, Satu Sabali. Oh man,
got a squad too.
Won't be easy.
Got a squad too.
Mm-hmm.
I think whoever wins game 2 wins it all. I don't know who it's gonna be, but whoever wins that game 2, man, because the first game is gonna be a bit of a shell shock for both teams. You know what I mean? Get adjusted, see where we at. the new environment. You know what I mean? 7 series. But game two is going to be the calm before the storm kind of situation. And then the rest of the games after that, who knows? But whoever wins game two, I think is going to take it all. But we'll see. We shall see. Keeping it basketball though, on the NBA side of things, there was some shake. I know you mentioned Steph Curry earlier, but there was some shakeups over on the Warriors side this past week. They got a oldie but a goodie, and Al Horford. They signed him. I think he got a cool multi-year deal. I think he got a 2-year. And yeah, they needed a censor. You know what I'm saying? Draymond can't do it anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm here. I'm just here because I'm tall, y'all, but I really shouldn't be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need other guys. So Al Horford is there to help him out. But they had another signee over there on the Warriors, man. They brought your man brother to the town, man. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but as a dad though, that's what's up, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I know the pops is like, yo, I ain't gotta wear two different jerseys no more, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really a home team thing. But shouts to the Warriors, man, for making that happen. Hey man, give Steph one of his last hurrahs. Because I know Steph looks young, but he ain't no spring chicken no more. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how many more seasons he got. I know this is LeBron's like farewell tour, so to speak, as well. So he's trying to get one on the way out. It's gonna be an interesting season, man. A lot of moving parts. A lot of cool rookies coming in. Cooper got some shit to say. Dallas is shaking shit up too. It's gonna be a good season over there, I must say.
Yeah.
And when does the NBA start?
Honestly, I gotta check. But shout out to Al Horford, man. Thank you for what you did for Boston. He's always been a stand-up basketball player everywhere he's played. This is a great addition for the Warriors. And to your point, this is their way of saying, yo, Steph, we know you ain't got much left. Here you go. Steph Curry is the definition of a man who always has a job, and he's always going to show up and do his job. So the chance to play with his brother, I think that's going to be dope for them. I know it's dope for them, but for them now to chase this goal together, I know that's got to be something special that they've been talking about for a long time. So I'm glad they finally get the chance to do it. I mean, we're talking about Steph Curry, Jimmy coming back, Draymond, in his twilight, of course. You got Al in his twilight. This is that team that's like, all right, we don't get it done this year. This is probably not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, yeah. Because I don't know how many more Draymond got in them either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so this is just one of those years where we just got to put it together and, you know what I mean? Like, get the most out of Steve Kerr's in the last year, his contract. So everybody's pretty much just like, this is it, man. We don't do it now.
Everybody got their swan song, man.
Yeah, that's it. But just thinking about it, bro, we're getting ready to see Steph, LeBron, and probably a couple years, KD, like Kyrie. Like, we're starting to get ready to see a lot of the guys that were passed the torch decades ago start to kind of look at their careers and say, yeah, I think my knees are good. Like,
they gotta pass that torch now. That sounds nuts. Yeah. They gotta pass that torch now. Time keeps going.
So it's gonna be sad, man. I know we talked about it for a while. Like, what would the league look like without LeBron, without Steph, without the names that we know? We're getting close to that, man, and it's gonna be a sad, sad thing. I think I might try to pull a favor or two. If this is really LeBron's last year, I might try and pull a favor or two to see him when he comes to the town, man. Yeah, I've never seen him play live.
Me neither. And I already know I'm gonna go for the Brooklyn version of it too, because the city version of it, it's like I'm gonna be outside on 7th, man. We got the screens. I got the screens. I'm gonna be at the bar across the street, man. I'm here for the let out. But as far as other sad news as a New Yorker, outside of high ticket prices at the Garden, the Giants, man. Listen, got some bittersweet news this week. Listen, we put the new guy in. He got us a win against an undefeated Chargers team. We appreciate that, but all wins come with the price when you're a New York Giant fan. Got our first win of the season, but Malik Neighbors has officially, suffered an ACL tear, and he'll be done for the season. Like, it couldn't be worse news. Like, and I'm like, when I see them jump, I'm like, fucking turf, man. It's like it's no wins, man. It's no wins. But he's done for the season. Oh God, that's a blow, bro. And speaking of bad injuries, Cheetah caught one too over in Miami. I seen his live though. That sucked because when he went down, that look, I'm
Yo,
like that looks weird. I don't think it's like is that a I'm like is that a weird camera angle fall kind of? But then when it really slowed down, I was just like, yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
no, yeah,
I mean, so he's done for the season. Cheetah can't run on three legs, man. It's not the same. I don't know. I don't know what recovery he has in him to get back, but he's no spring chicken neither. So I don't know. Thoughts and prayers. These ACLs, man. Ah, um,
yo, yeah,
they're bone crushing.
yeah. So I shout out to High Life, man. I was a little surprised at that too. Cheetah was celebrating, like he was like cheering.
I mean, it was a he had I think he had 7 or 8 catches at that point. He was having a very hot game. You know what I'm saying? And listen, when you leave it all out there, it sucks that you can't be with your brothers in war trying to get this win as a unit. But when you know you did all you can do, similar to the Fever, man, there's nothing to hang your hat on. Like you know, what I mean, you did all you could do. I hope they could win without me, but I won't be there. But I'll be with them in spirit. But listen, we was 0-3 anyway as I left this game. So it wasn't as you know, I mean, not that it was championship or bust or anything like that. You know what I mean? But listen, I hit the rehab station real fast. Now he got shit. Now he got to go home and deal with them kids, man. He got like 10 of them. So I don't know. I don't know. Hey,
Yeah,
he might be happy. He got more dad time on the plate now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
that's a very interesting reaction to watching your leg go a totally different way that it's not supposed to go. But hey, man, whatever way that he coping with the situation, I'm glad it worked out for him in the moment. But I was confused at what was happening, man. I really was like, all
Hey,
right.
hey, as a black man, sometimes crying at the moment ain't the thing to do. Like, hey, it would not have been frowned upon. No little towel over the head, get your head down. You sad for what's to come. But listen, I think he got a lot of guaranteed money still coming. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? But and it sucks. Like his career, like he was smiling and laughing, and his career it could potentially be over, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a very sad thing. You know what I mean? So like he could cry in it, he could revel in it. It could be the last time he puts on pads, bro. You know what I'm saying? So who knows what his mental state was? You know what I mean? But salute to him for laughing through it, even if he was faking it. If he laughed through that, just to, you know what I mean, and got to the locker room and really let his real true feelings out, salute to him, man.
Highlight said they must have gave him some happy juice. I'm sorry, man. I've never seen somebody have their limb go in a opposite direction that it ain't supposed to be, and then talk about yes, yeah. Like I'm sorry,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
do not subscribe to that.
I don't know what kind of reverse psychology he was pulling on us, but he got us, man. We still thinking about it. We don't know. We just don't know. We don't know. Like we know he wasn't faking it. Like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know.
he definitely got to go see a team doctor, psych doctor, something. That's different, bro. That's bro. Nah.
Uh,
um.
okay, one more NFL tidbit before we get up out of here. The game of the week, honestly, when they officially announced Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl at halftime. That halftime was the Cowboy and Packer game, where Michael Parsons was back in Arlington for the first time with the new color jersey.
Mhm.
Um, hey, it was an awesome game. A lot of back and forth. A lot of lead changes. Uh, went to OT. They both kicked field goals, and unfortunately, they both had to leave with a tie. It was 40 up. And for the first time, I was like, "Yo, we got to change this rule one more time for OT." Like, you know, like listen, we were heartbroken when Josh couldn't get the ball back. You know what I'm saying against the
Yeah.
Mahomes of the world. So yo, we got to get Josh the ball. Cool. We made a new wrinkle. Whole team's got to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? I understand at some point, maybe 7, 8 years ago, they added the clock to the OT as far as just it has to regulation has to end as far as OT is concerned, but it can't be ending in a tie. And what brought me to that, I was like, yo, what if this was the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm. Word, yeah.
You, you know how many people watching this motherfucking game?
Yeah, man.
Like, you know how many bets is outside? Like, I don't even know what Vegas does when it's a tie. Like, well, I guess, hey, over under, the team ain't under, like, right? So someone still loses in that sense, but as far as the Super Bowl goes or playoff games, it's like somebody has to go. Like, these men are only playing 17 to 20 games on a good side a year. We can't afford to have none of these shits come up at a time, my nigga. Like, we can't. Like, I don't know. It has to be some sort of rule where these games just can't end in a time, bro. Like, it was prime time. I hate to see it.
Yeah, it's called the Vegas rule. That shit ain't never happened. That shit ain't never happened. That's Vegas rule. Super Bowl come, one of y'all niggas winning. Fuck that shit. Like,
right? Somebody gonna win. What was the under?
Yeah.
Sounds like they didn't get there. You know what I'm saying? That's that.
6'9" out this motherfucker. We don't care. As long as there's a winner. Yeah, no, but you make a great point, man. I don't know who would get the phone call. I don't know what would happen, but I'm pretty sure Vegas would figure it out. They'd call the other team and be like, listen, man, everybody got an envelope waiting for them in the locker room, baby. Y'all gonna have to take an L on this one.
I mean, like, who do you interview after the Super Bowl if it's a tie? That sounds crazy. Like,
yeah.
Like, who are we talking to?
Yeah. Nah. Some team is getting an envelope in the locker room, ready to go. Sorry, guys, it's just not your year, but we got you next year. Like, we'll make it up to you.
Could you imagine co-champions at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
like having two defending champions coming the following season. What are we talking about?
You release both confettis? Like, that's crazy. That's too much.
Nope. It's like no kids in Africa get the loser shirts. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
people
crazy,
that
bro.
Up are gonna be tight. Like, you gotta be fucking shit to be both confettis. Like, nah, that's nuts.
It's too much confetti. It's too much confetti. Yeah. You can't speak to the winning coach. Like, we don't have a losing coach. Like, what are we doing out here? Like, nobody goes.
That's gonna be the most awkward post. What is it? Press conference ever. Like, would you bring two podiums out? Like, it would. Like, nah, I don't see
who has champagne in the locker room? Like, what are we doing? It's like, what are we? Oh, nasty. They gotta fix that. They would have to fix that for the playoffs. They have to. I hope it's a wrinkle for the playoffs, but regular season, whatever. But that's all I got on Wednesday, my man. That's all I got on Wednesday.
All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
That's it for me, brother.
All right, people. We appreciate you joining us tonight, man. Make sure you subscribe or follow before you leave. Every Wednesday, as you can see, we are here after 8 p.m. Make sure you set your reminders. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go check out our episodes, man. Got a lot of good stuff on there. And listen, we always like to remind everyone, make sure you pour energy into you every morning when you wake up before you pour energy into anything else. For my ladies out there, wear that dress, put on them. For my fellas out there, put on them sneakers, wear that outfit. Tomorrow is not promised. Love yours. We love y'all. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir.